All right, hello there, and let's get started with our latest English lesson. So, what are we doing today? First of all, we'll do a little bit of review, talk about what we did in the past class, just to remember that. That's number one, 復習. Number two, we're gonna do our regular warm-up game just to get you guys speaking a little bit of English and getting into that. Then we're going to be doing our place quiz. Now, this is, I'll explain this a little bit later. It's just remembering the names of places, 場所の名前, and then a big place quiz. So this is not just remember the name of places, but I'll be asking you real questions. And it'll be a proper quiz. You'll have to choose the right answer. 複数の選択肢があって、パートナーと話し合って、どれが正解か決める quiz. Then after we've done the quizzes, this time's resource, I'm going to introduce you guys to something called AI writing. It's a tool that can help you practice writing. 自分の、英語で書くのを練習するためのツールを紹介したいと思います。I'll talk about this time's homework. We'll check your homework and we'll introduce the new one. 宿題の復習と、復習というより、提出と、今後の宿題。Then lastly, I'll get you to write a reflection at the end, and that's gonna be the end. 最後は振り返りになります。Okay, so, as usual, what are the main things we need to learn a language? Well, we need lots of time. That's gonna be 触れる時間. Is it listening? Is it reading? This time, we need to get as much as possible. できるだけ、経験することで、自分の知ってるフレーズとか語彙を増やすことができます。Next is use, and it's really important. If you don't use, you can't use, right? スポーツのように練習しないと、本番になるとうまくいかない。So, that's why we try to get you guys to use the language in class. Lastly is the motivation. So if you have a strong goal, a clear image of yourself speaking English, that's gonna really help you to continue going and have a clear end point for your studies. 明確な目的、明確な自分のイメージ、それがあれば、その目的に向かって、学ぶことができます。So if we get these three conditions down, we can learn a language well. この3つの条件を果たせば、うまくいくんでしょう。In this class, we're basically mostly focused on speaking and listening, and we're trying to practice number one, self-expression, number two, simple requests, number three, chatting, and number four, which is explaining things. Now, we did this a lot last time. We were practicing our listening strategy in which we infer, 察する, then predict, 予測する, to try and guess the contents. どんな内容が話されるかを想定して、聞くこと。Then we listen for gist and listen for details. 大体の話、または、目的を達すために聞く。These were our four listening strategies. And then we practiced our ordering from the menu using a kind of back and forth like this. After that, we had some food from our home country that we were expressing to our Filipino partners. 母国の食べ物を紹介する、アクティビティをやりました。And we had to think about how do you express that using the words you know. 自分の知ってる言葉でそれをどうやって伝えられるかについて考える必要ありました。It was basically like this. We had some time ordering at a restaurant, some time introducing our own dish, and then we also listened to our partners to introduce about their country's food. So that was last time. And also at the end, I showed you guys this listening practice website where you can practice catching words、このウェブサイトで、いろんな知らない言葉を、知ることができたり、聞き取る力を、増やすことができるウェブサイトです。Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and move on to today's warm up. So I'm gonna ask you guys to find a partner and choose who's gonna go first. You can say, I'll go first, which means you'll give a hint, or you can go first, which means you're gonna close your eyes first. So, I'll go first, 私先. You can go first, 先にどうぞ. So, please find a partner now. I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay, so as we know the rules to this game, don't say the NG word, use English only, gestures are okay, and there will be a time limit. Today's time limit will be 1 minute. Okay, are you ready? So, if you are not going first, please close your eyes. I'll show the first word in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you can open your eyes. You have 1 minute. Start. Okay, this time the answer was beach. We talked about there's a lot of water, a lot of sand, which is suna, a lot of umbrellas, many umbrellas, which are kasa, or maybe it's higasa. And anyway, let's go to the next option. So, switch with your partner. I'll show the next one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, open your eyes. Start. Okay, the answer this time was river or kawa. So it's very long, many fish, and a bridge, hashi, is needed to avoid yokeru getting wet, nureta. Okay, we'll go to our next one. Please switch and close your eyes. I'll show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, open your eyes. Now you can start. Okay, this time our answer was hotel, which in Japanese is hoteru. So, travel, it's often used, or ryoko, a place to rest, yasumu, and it's used at night, were my hints. Okay, I'm going to show you the last one. So, switch and close your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, open your eyes and you can start. All right, this time the answer was aquarium, suizokukan. So an aquarium is used for a date or deto. It's popular with families, 家族に人気ある. And there's lots of water inside. 室内. Lots of water. So that's our last one. Now we're going to move on to our next activity, which is going to be a kind of vocabulary quiz. 次は、場所の名前のクイズになります。So in this game, you will have a partner, or you could have a group of 3 people. And in your group of 2 or 3 people, you are going to guess the answer. ペアになる、または3人になって、で、出てくる、課題に対して、質問を言ってみることが今回の目的です。The idea is to enjoy playing a game and also learn some new vocabulary. このアクティビティの目的は、楽しみながら、新しい語彙を、学ぶ、または、復習することです。で、in this game, basically, the way to kind of win is to be fast. So speed is very important here. 速さ、が重要される。So what kind of game is it? So first of all, I'm going to show you some pictures. For example, here is the first picture, number 1. Here is picture number 2. And here is picture number 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'll show you この3つの写真をまず見せる。After that, I'm going to show you a screen like this. You can see picture 1 is A, picture B is 2, and picture 3 is, B and C. Yeah. So, in this case, when you get to this screen, I'm going to say one word. 一つの言葉を言います。When you hear the word, the way to say the answer is to say A, B, or C. So, in this case, on the left side, this is called what we call a botanical garden. A. B is what we would call a shopping mall. And C is what we would call a cinema. So I would show 1, 2, 3 and call one place name. この3つの写真を見せて、で、その後、その英語を言う。で、皆さんにやってもらうのは A, B, C の一つを口に出す。You just say A, B, or C. So in this case, if I said botanical garden, you would say A. If I said shopping mall, you would say B. And if I said cinema, you would say C. Is that okay? Okay, let's try the first one. It's going to be a race between you and your partner or your group. もう一度やってみます。これで、誰が一番早く口に出せるかというレースになります。Alright. で、この3つの写真がプレビューみたいなもの。It's like a preview of what's coming up. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3, botanical garden. Okay, let's see. Did you say A the fastest? If you did, you are the winner. Congratulations. Alright, everybody ready? Let's start the game for real. みんな準備できましたら、ゲームを開始します。Alright, ready? Here comes the next quiz. 1, 2, 3. Food truck. The answer was C. Next question. 1, 2, 3. Temple. This time, The answer was B. Next, 1, 2, 3. Amusement park. The answer was C. Next one. 1, 2, 3. Cinema. The answer was B. Next. 1, 2, 3. Famous historical site. The answer was A. Next. 1, 2, 3. Rice field. The answer was B. Next. 1, 2, 3. Zoo. The answer was A. Next. 1, 2, 3. Shrine. The answer was A. 1, 2, 3. Trendy cafe. The answer was B. 1, 2, 3. Ah. The answer already appeared. My mistake. Shopping mall. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Chain store. The answer was C. 1, 2, 3. Heavy traffic. The answer was C. Next. 1, 2, 3. Lake. The answer was A. Lastly, we have air pollution and we have a big park. Okay, so let's see. Can you remember the names of the different places? Let's find out. 書く場所の名前を思い出せるかな? What's this? It's Botanical Garden. What's this? It's a food truck. This one? It's a temple. Otera. It's bigger than a shrine. Shrine is small, temple is big. Is the big difference. 神社の方ちっちゃい。お寺がでかい。What's this? This one is amusement park. What's this? Cinema. This one? Famous historical site. これは特にコロシアムであるけど、famous 有名な historical 伝統的なサイト場所。This one? Rice field. This one? This is our shrine. How about this? You can see on our shirt, zoo. This one? Trendy cafe. 流行ってるカフェ。ちょっとおしゃれなカフェ。What's this? Chain store. カンドゥでも、マックでも、なんだろう。いろいろある。ローソンとか、ユニクロとか、全部、チェーンストア。What's this one? heavy traffic. heavy は多い、重たい、で、traffic は渋滞なので、車が止まっちゃうぐらい渋滞。heavy traffic. This one? This is what we call a lake. 湖 lake. How about this? Yeah, I think you know. This one's shopping mall. Great. Okay, so that's the end of our first quiz. Next, let's look at some words and phrases that we can use to talk about places. The first one is, what's Sapporo like? What's Tokyo like? What's Kyoto like? And this like is 好きなところ、ではなく、どのような、どんな風な。So, 札幌はどんなところ is how I would phrase this question. Here's another question. And you would answer. You could say like, it's pretty cold, or it's pretty convenient. 形容詞で、説明することが多い。Now, when you can also say what there is, 何があるかを説明することもできます。So, for example, there is a big tower. tall 何の話そう。I'm talking about なんだっけテレビ東京タワーだっけそういうところ。There is a big tower. Or there is a big baseball stadium. You could also say いろいろ言える。一つだけ there is a じゃあ、複数、少数ある場合は there are a few parks. There are a few なんとか。So, there are a few parks. We talk about there's 丸山公園 there's 他になんだっけ名前忘れちゃう。中島だっけ中島公園とか。まあ、少数あるよね。有名なパーク。So, this time we could say a few. But what about たくさんある場所たくさんの何かがある場合は There are a lot of seafood restaurants. たくさんある。There are a lot of or there is a lot of. これは、数えられないものね。で、are a lot of は数えられるレストランとか。Now, when we want to use our adjectives describing words, 形容詞を使う場合は we can use it's. So, it's convenient but crowded. but を使うと、ポジティブなところあるけど、ネギティブなところ。で、ポジティブなところばっかり話したいなら、it's なんとか and なんとか。If you just want to stay positive, we're going to use and. Positive and negative, we're going to use but. That's the big difference there. Now let's look at some questions. Are there any hot springs? Are there any zoos? Are there any nice restaurants? などなど聞ける。Is it interesting? は形容詞と合わせる。Is it very crowded? 混んでますか Is it cold? 寒いんですか Now we have, what's the best thing about? Now this one, we're going to talk about the really positive points and the really negative points. So what is the best thing about university? What is the worst thing about university? What is the best thing about your part-time job? What is the worst thing about your part-time job? そのバイトの一番いいところ、悪いところとかも聞ける。If we change this. Okay, so this is the language we want to practice this time. Next, let's look at today's big quiz. So I've gone ahead and I have made uh, a quiz where we have several different places. Number one is Sapporo quiz. Number two is New Zealand, my home country quiz. Number three is Thailand and Gaikoku no Kuni no Daihyo, Thailand. And then, which ちなみにタイである. And then we have university, about your university life. And then part-time job, バイトの話. So in this case, there's two ways to get two kinds of question. 二つの種類の質問ある. One is from uh, a grammatical point of view. 一つは文法的な面からどれが一番正しい. One more is what do I think is the correct answer? 私個人的に何が正解だと思ってる. まあ自分の知識で、答えを選んでる. So that's what we're gonna do today. I want you guys to find, if you're not already in pairs or a group of three, please get near that person and you're gonna do this together. I recommend you get maybe a piece of paper or something to prepare to take points because it's going to be kind of a team thing. So you can see how many points you can get. The goal of this quiz is to get you used to these phrases related to places. このクイズの目的は皆さんに、場所に関するフレーズを、ちょっと楽しみながら、ちょっと慣れてくるようにすることです。Next, we're going to make some teams. 次の、クイズはチーム戦になります。So, what you're going to do is you're going to make a group of 2 or 3 people. 2人か3人のグループを作って、and then you're going to discuss with each other what is the correct answer. そのグループの中でどれが正解か話し合って決めること。Then, at the end, I want you guys to compare your scores to other teams. クイズが終わったら他のチームと比べて、どのチームが一番正解しているか確認しましょう。So that's how we will enjoy this quiz. So please choose your partner. You can have a group of 2 or 3 people, and I'll give you 1 minute to choose and get a piece of paper so you can record your answer. 紙で、どれぐらい正解取れたかをメモできるように紙を用意しましょう。Alright, please find your group. Okay, then let's get started with our first quiz. We're going to start with these easy ones at the top and go to a little bit harder ones at the end. Here we are. Number 1 is about Sapporo. In Sapporo, are there any hot springs? This is my answer. 自分の答えです。Do you think there are a few hot springs? There are a lot of hot springs? Or there are no hot springs. Talk with your partners or your group and choose your answer. 自分のグループの中で話し合って決めましょう。Go! Okay, my answer for this one is A. There are a few. Uh, in Sapporo, not so many. Maybe Josanke, I guess. But Josanke, is it Sapporo? Josanke 入ってくるかわかんないし、まあ、a few かなって自分の答えになります。Okay, if you got the right answer, make a mark or point, and we go to the next question. Number 2, New Zealand. Da-dun. Are there any bears? A. There are a lot of bears. B. There are a few bears. C. There are no bears. Talk with your group and choose an answer. みんなで話し合って決めましょう。Go! Okay, the answer for this one is dun, 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 C. There are no bears. Yes. 一匹もありません. Actually, I first saw my first bear in 浅山 Zoo. 浅山で初めてクマを見ました. Okay, next we're gonna go to Thailand. Are you ready? Da-dun. What is Thailand like? A. There are a lot of beautiful beaches. B. There are a lot of cows and sheep. C. There is a lot of snow. Okay? Talk with your group. Go. Okay, the answer for this one is A. Yes, Thailand is very famous for beautiful beaches. There is no snow in Thailand, and there are a lot of cows and sheep in New Zealand, not Thailand. Okay, let's go to our fourth quiz, university. Da-dun. What's the best thing about university? これは私の個人的な意見. A. I have a few friends. B. I have a few classes. C. I have a few textbooks. Okay? Talk with your friends. What do you think is the answer? Okay, the answer for this one is A. I have a few friends. So the reason for this answer is I have a few is kind of positive thing. It a few is 少数, but it doesn't mean 少ない. A few is 少数. So, I have a few classes. まあ、ちょっと授業ある。まあ、ちょっと教科書がある。特にポジティブなことではない。ただ、そういうこと。だけど、I have a few friends. まあ、ちょっと友達がいる。This is gonna be a positive thing for university. Okay, let's go to number 5. And next one is part-time job. What's your part-time job like? A. It's lively and boring. B. It's peaceful and boring. Or C. It's lively and peaceful. Now, this question is looking from a grammar point of view. これは文法的な面からの質問. Talk with your group and choose an answer. Go! Okay, the answer for this one is B. It's peaceful and boring. Why? Because A, it's lively and boring. これは生き生きとつまらない、活発とつまらない、あまり組み合わない。C も、活発的な、で、静かとかちょっと合わないので B が今回の正解です。Okay, let's go to our number 2 one for Sapporo. Here we are. What is Sapporo like? A. There are a lot of miso ramen restaurants. B. There are a lot of amusement parks. C. There are a lot of movie theaters. Discuss with your group. Okay, the answer for this one is A. Sapporo is famous for miso ramen. 結構有名で、それは。amusement park 一つもないんじゃない? There are no amusement parks, I think. Okay, let's go to our next question. New Zealand. Is it safe? A. It's exciting but dangerous. B. It's exciting but safe. Or C. It's peaceful and safe. で、私の個人的な意見. What is it? Ask. Okay, the answer for this one is C. It's peaceful and safe. Yeah, New Zealand is a very, very peaceful and safe place. あんまりそんなに物が起こってないし、結構安全な場所だね。B, exciting but safe. Exciting to safe あんまり 合わないし、A, exciting but dangerous. これは、もっと適切だけど、ニュージーランドを説明しない。Okay, let's go to the next one. Thailand. Are there any temples? A. There are a lot of temples. B. There are a few temples. C. There is a temple called the Marae. Okay? Talk with your group. Okay, the answer for this one is A. There are a lot of temples. Yeah, Thailand is very famous for having lots of beautiful, nice temples. So A will be the answer. C, there is a temple called the Marae. This is about New Zealand. Okay, let's come back. Next up is New University. What's university like? Is it A, it's clean and convenient? B, it's difficult but interesting? Or C, it's lively and boring? What's the answer? Please discuss in your group. Okay, the answer for this one is B. It's difficult but interesting. For A, it's clean and convenient. I think clean is true, but convenient, Sapporo Kokusai Daigaku is a little bit far from the station, so a little bit not so convenient. C, it's lively and boring. 活発とつまらない。この答えは組み合ってない。So answer gonna be B. Let's look at the last easy one. Part-time job. Da-dun. What is the worst thing about your job? 今回、文法的な面で答えます。There is a bad boss. There are a few good workers. There are a lot of okay customers. Discuss with your group. The answer this time is A. There is a bad boss. Yeah, boss is bad. This is very negative thing. There are a few good workers. This is a positive thing. 少数の同僚はいいやつら。But this is not、いい同僚が少ないという意味になってない。There are a few good workers いる。これはポジティブなこと。And then lastly, a lot of okay customers まあまあのお客様が多い。これはポジティブでもネガティブではないので、一番 A is the answer. Okay, let's go into a little bit more difficult questions, starting with Sapporo. Are there any zoos? Please try to complete this uh, sentence. So, 1, 2, 3. 3 words. How can we say in English? Talk with your partner and see if you can get the answer. Okay, let's see. Could you get the answer? Let's find out. Did you have there? This sentence starts with there. There, zoo called Maruyama Zoo. How about the next one? There, a zoo called Maruyama Zoo. Do you know the answer? The answer is there is a zoo called Maruyama Zoo. So that's gonna be our first one. There is a 一つあります. Let's go to the next question. This one about New Zealand. What is the worst thing about New Zealand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Last one is traffic, which we learned previously was 渋滞. What do you think the answer is? Talk with your group. Go. Okay, let's see if you got the answer. First of all, this also starts with there. There, traffic. And next hint, there is of traffic. Can you work out the answer? There is a lot of traffic is the answer this time. Okay, let's go back and let's try Thailand. Ta-dun. Thailand, is it traditional? Traditional, 伝統的. Modern, 現代的. What's this sentence? Talk with your partner and your group and try and finish the sentence. Go. Okay, this sentence starts with our word Thailand this time. Thailand, traditional, modern. Okay, and the next hint is Thailand what? No. How do we say this in English? Thailand is traditional but modern. So 伝統的と現代的は結構、反対の言葉であるので、ここでは but でも that we compare the two words. Okay, next up is university. Let's check this question. University, is it fun? How can we finish this sentence? Interesting classes, which is gonna be 面白い授業. How can we finish this sentence? Talk with your group, see if you can finish. Okay, so in your sentence, did you start with there? We often start with there. There, 1, 2, 3, interesting classes. There are interesting classes. Do you remember the word? It's few. So the answer is there are a few interesting classes. Okay, let's go to the next question. Next one is part-time job. Part-time job. Are there a lot of customers? So the answer is on weekends, 週末に customers, お客さん. How can we finish this sentence? Talk with with your group and try to finish it. Okay, so this time we're starting with there as well in the middle of a sentence. On weekends, there, and this is how we're going to answer. On weekends, there are a few customers, is the answer. So there are a few. This time we can't say a lot of because it will be are a lot of. So a few was the answer. A little bit challenging. Let's go to the next answer. Okay, last question for Sapporo. Ta-dun. What is the best thing about Sapporo? Seafood restaurants. Talk with your group, see if you can get the answer. Okay, let's check. Next, once again, we start with there, and then we're going to say there are a lot of seafood restaurants. いや、たくさんの、シーフードレストランがあるね。Okay, let's go to New Zealand. Last question is, what is the best food in New Zealand? Desserts called pavlova. Pavlova と呼ばれるデザート. How can we start this? Talk with your group. Okay, I think you probably know we start with there, but what do we fill in here? Here we fill in there is a dessert. I think this one's one of the simpler ones. Okay, last one for Thailand. What is the worst thing about Thailand? Dangerous mosquitoes. Well, mosquito gonna be ka, dangerous gonna be abunai. What comes here? Talk with your group. Okay, I think you know. We start with there, and then what can fit over here? One, two, three, four words. It's going to be are, then lot of this time. There are a lot of dangerous mosquitoes. たくさんのがある. Okay, second to last one, gotta be university. Let's have a look. What is the worst thing about university? Homework and test. 宿題と試験. What goes here? Talk with your group. Okay, I think you know. This one is going to start with there is. So what can go in this last part here? It's going to be this word here. There is a lot of homework and tests. All right, let's go to our very last one, part-time job. Is it difficult, your part-time job? 難しいですか? Here, the answer ends with jobs to do. やること. Okay, so how do we finish this sentence? Let's talk with your group. Okay, so I think you know this one is going to be there are because we have jobs 複数形. There are 1, 2, 3. It can only be our たくさん, which is going to be there are a lot of jobs to do. Okay, so that's our last question. We'll pause for a moment and check your score. How many answers did you get right? Check with other team. How many points did they get right? 自分のスコアの、合計を、チェックして、他のグループと比べましょう。どれぐらいできましたか？確認し合いましょう。Go ahead. Okay, so let's review what language we were practicing during this quiz. このクイズを通してどの、言語をフレーズパターンを練習したか。And so, what's Sapporo like? これは好きとか好きじゃないとかじゃなくて、どのようなところですか。Next, there is a これは、一つだけ。When there's only one of something. There are a few parks. This is when there's just a small number of things. 少数ある場合。A few. There are a lot of seafood restaurants. または there are a lot of. これは、are は数えられるもの、is は数えられないもの。It's convenient but crowded. But は、when those describing words kind of they match, we use and when they're like positive and negative, we're going to use but. So that's the difference there. Then we have some questions. Are there any hot springs? Or are there any 何かありますか一つ以上の場合は yes. Is it interesting? 面白いですか Is it exciting? なんかワクワクしますか No, something like this. Is it beautiful? 綺麗ですかいろいろ聞けます。What is the best thing and what is the worst thing about 何か一番いいところ、一番悪いところ。Okay, so that's for language. Let's try and remember that. And to review this language, we can actually check our class website. So let's have a look over here. And if we come down to week 4, support sheet 2, and we open this up, you can see all the phrases that we've practiced today, along with some sample question. So it's basically the question, and 日本語版, and the 例文, Japanese, and the example. And down here, we have a bunch of ideas for useful words. こういう言葉は役に立つんじゃない This, when you talk about this stuff. Lastly is the follow-up questions. This is questions that your teachers are likely to ask you. これはフィリピン人や先生からの、質問はこういう、水形質問はだいたいこういう形で出てくる。So we have the basic starting point. これで、この言葉で分けたら、分かりやすい。is Japanese. Here's the answer that you can or give kind of or this kind of answer. And here is an example of how you would answer. So you can access this sheet on the course website under support sheet 2. Okay, so now let's go on to our next activity, which is our resource introduction. This time we're going to be talking about AI writing. So we can also access this through this course website under resource 紹介, AI writing, and we're going to click on this one up here, this little link, and it's going to open up a page for us. So let's try that now. Okay, so it's opened up on the screen here, and what are we going to do here? So first of all, we want to look at what's this task? A story, a beach trip. Okay? So, ビーチへの旅行. Look at the three pictures. 車に乗ってる二人、サーフボードある、なんか浜辺見える、サーフィンしてるね。で、なんかピクニックやってる感じ、何食べてるんだろう。Okay, so now we have kind of seen the picture. It says, write the story shown in the pictures. So, この写真のストーリーを語らないといけない。That's this time's task. Do not write your real. Write your story in 35 words or more. Okay, so we're gonna put our cursor down here and we can start to write. So let's see. Let me do it really quick. I go drive beach or something, and my friend will, and we go ocean surf and that two together. It's lovely time after we have lunch. I I bring onigiri and water bottle for drink. It's refresh. I very enjoy. Okay, so I wrote my 35 words. I can write even more if I want. Yeah, I want to go again or something like this. Then we're going to click check over here. Now, once we check, AI tool is going to check this thing. AI ツールがこれを分析します。Now, I know you guys use ChatGPT or whatever, but this is going to be for a specific thing. チャッピとかと比べてこのため、このようなもののために作った AI であります。Okay, let's continue to the feedback and let's look. This is good start. I can check my level A1 すごく、一番初心者のレベル。So I go drive beach. なんかいろいろありますね。OK。じゃあ、どういうことでしょうか？ Let's have a look at the help button over here. Help 押すと説明があります。OK? このクリマークは incorrect word 間違った言葉かな、これは忘れ物あるんですかとか、この後に忘れ物ないですか ?suspicious word なんかこの言葉じゃないみたいな感じ。白は問題ありません。このちょっと黄色くなってるのは、まあいいんだけど、もっと、改善できる。で、完全に黄色はここに問題ある。もっとうまくできる。So let's have a look and we can see, OK。これはいいんだけどもっとうまくできるんじゃない？これは問題。で、これは問題あり。ここ、サーフじゃなくて、なんか似たような言葉。After we have lunch じゃ、これを間違ってる。ここに、ボトルじゃなくて、もっといい言葉ある。この、この質問の前に、とか、とか入れたらいいかもしれない。この前になんか入れたらいい。いろいろもっと、改善できるところあるんじゃないですか。So, with this advice, we're gonna think about how we can improve our writing. この、アドバイスを、考えて自分で考える。自分で考えるのは、重要。もちろんこれをチャッピとかに、入れて、改善してもらうことは簡単だけど、この考える過程自体が一番重要。So that's what we're gonna do. go じゃなくて、maybe I can say, I went for a drive to the beach. で、with my friends might be a little bit better. Yeah. We go 過去形だから we went to the ocean and we went surfing together. It's じゃなくて it was a 過去形 it was a lovely time. After surfing, we had lunch また過去形 and then I brought おにぎりじゃなくて I'm gonna write rice balls and uh, bottles water to drink. And I'm gonna change this to it was very refreshing. I enjoyed myself very much. I want to go again sometime. Okay, so now we've improved a little bit. ちょっと改善してみた. Let's check again and see what's our second result. So it's checking again. And okay, so we can see before we were at A1, which is the starting level. Now we've jumped up to A2. And it can say, oh, all these sentences are pretty much perfect. And these sentences are okay, but they can be improved a little bit. So, for example, here I made a little bit of spelling mistake. And over here, I want to go again sometime. Maybe I'm gonna try. I would like to go again sometime if I get the chance. And let's see one more check if we can get a perfect white score. It still doesn't like this question. Eh, it thinks I can finish the story a little bit better. I guess this is not so related to the story. これは、今回のストーリーにそこまで関係してないのかもしれない。But you can see, once again, we've leveled up a little bit more. もうちょっと改善できました。なので、we can try writing a different way and どんどん自分の、文章を、改善していく。So this is write and improve. And if we go back to the workbooks, we can see there's lots of different tasks here for uh, beginners. We can do one about cake. いろいろ試せる他のレベルもあるし and this is a way we can practice writing and get some instant feedback on our writing to be able to write better. これで、すぐに、フィードバックをもらえる、on our writing. Now, writing is not the same as speaking, but it does help to improve your process of thinking about how to express yourself. 話すとは違うんだけど、同じような考え方をする。もっと、余裕があって文章を自分の頭の中で作ることができますので、ぜひおすすめします。Okay, so that is our resource introducing this time. Okay, next let's talk about our homework for this week. 今週の宿題について、話しましょう。First step is submitting this week's study. Did you do your study every day? 今週の、学習の、提出について、今週毎日の暗記こなしましたか？ Let's open up the app and we're going to bring up this over here and we're going to go to the 統計 or the stats screen. So let's give a click on that and we're going to get the screen here and we want to go down to reviews or 復習, yeah, 学習, and then we're going to take a screenshot of this section here. So we can do this with the snipping tool over here. So we just gonna take one over here. And now we have this screenshot, and that's what we're gonna submit to Anki. To our course page. So we can open up the course page, and here we have week 4, Anki Gakushu. We're gonna start this, and we're gonna choose the file, and we're gonna submit that there. Our last task is we're going to add this week's Anki study to our Anki deck. 最後は、今週の暗記学習を、暗記アプリに追加すること。So we're gonna close this here and we're gonna go back to not lesson 4. We're gonna go to homework, 宿題 over here, and we're gonna click on 暗記学習 week 4. So once we're over here, we're gonna make sure that our Anki app is all open and ready, and then we're gonna start it. Well, we would, Yes, okay. And we can see this tempo file over here. So we're just going to open this and click on this file here. Now, okay, now that we've downloaded the file, we can just click on this file here, making sure that Anki Apply is open. So open, and now we'll click on the file, click, and this screen here is going to pop up. Import options, and we want to make sure that this button here is selected. Import any deck presets, and then we're going to click on this import button. And then we're going to close, and we're going to be all good to go. So let's go ahead and try do that now. Okay, so we can close these, and we'll now go to our last our last task for today. We're going to come back down to lesson 4, and we're going to click on lesson 4, Furikaeri. So let's start that, and based on this kind of things, improve the class, and checking what we learned today, we're going to write a couple of things down here. So let's do that now. Finally, please remember that the deadline for the English presentation contest is just around the corner. So, if you think you would like to try and win this 3万円, 2万円, these great prizes, please contact the international common staff and let them know you're interested. Other than that, that's going to be it for the end. So, thank you for paying attention, and I will see you next time.